State, your teams, your ESPN. Download the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple and Android app stores today. What are the expectations for wide receiver Matthew Golden and the other 2025 NFL draft picks? Head over to ESPNWisconsin.com to see what the NFL experts think, along with their bold predictions from the entire draft class. You can also head over to ESPNWisconsin.com for all of your Packers news. On to Major League Baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers were off yesterday, but they're back at it tonight for Game 1 of a 3-game series at the Tampa Bay Rays. This game will be the fourth of what will be 15 consecutive games against AL opponents. Jose Quintana is on the mound tonight for the Brewers for that 6:05 first pitch. Coverage will start at 5:31 right here on Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
When I asked your percentage of love for Aaron Rodgers, it was still like 90.
7.5. But it went down from a 10. So
Okay.
I lost 25%.
7.5 out of 10.
Fair.
Well, then I'll ask Evan or Molly, would you rather go to Aaron Rodgers' wedding or would you rather go to the Kentucky Derby
Wedding 110% because it'd be so uncomfortable to watch Aaron Rodgers get married. Am I wrong?
I would go with wedding because I don't want the FaceTime with Rodgers.
I'd rather be on the other end of a Jim Rutledge phone call when he's annoyed at someone, which is horrible.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I am Jim Rutledge. I have the power alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. Again, we are in the Everlight Solar Studio. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You also can stream it with the ESPN Wisconsin app. And we got Jason Wilde coming up next. We want to make sure we keep this tight because Jason Wilde's daughter's got a 4:30 tea time. So
Nice.
we're building the whole show. I don't know if
Same.
it's Maddie or Sydney, their tea time, but we're going to build the whole show around their tea time. But Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. We also, the Packers kind of got a little bit of grace period here. Not a lot happening, but other teams in the NFL have rookies reporting. And actually, one thing I wanted to get to before we get to Mother's Day and then also maybe talking about assistant coaches in the NFC North is how much stock do you place into your favorite player? And you can chime in on this, 844-770-3776. The Carpets Talking text line list is more. When rookies come in, their number. Because in Chicago, Bears fans are up in arms that Luther Burden picked number 87. Mainly because it's just not a sexy number for a wide receiver anymore. And so Bears fans get all...
number, though.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so the funnier part was they asked him today, enough fans were upset, media asked him today, like, hey, why did you wear 87? He said no good numbers were available, which is funny because the other part of it is down at ESPN Chicago, one of our hosts, who actually I think is on now, is Tom Waddle of Waddle and Sylvie. He wore 87 with the Bears. So a lot of people are having fun with him that, like, hey, Luther Burden has your numbers, but he says it's not a good number. But, like, I have seen some Packer fans that 22 for Matthew Golden, aesthetically, not great. Like, 2 would have looked better, but obviously Malik Willis has it. Like, do you put a lot of stock in? Do you get excited? Do you have a problem? Do you have any issue or any sort of opinion on what number your favorite player wears, especially when the rookies are coming in?
I mean, I certainly like numbers that I like. So if I got a player that I enjoy watching and he's one of my favorite numbers, like, I would prefer that. I wouldn't not get a jersey, though. Like, I didn't like Clay Matthews' number, but I had a Clay Matthews jersey as a kid.
51?
52.
52. Okay.
What was AJ Hawk? 55? 50. Who's
I think it was just 50.
55 was one of the
That's
Smith
Darius
brothers.
Smith.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Romeo Dobbs is 87. Do we like it for a wide receiver?
I do. I
Well,
mean,
that's
that
the
was
thing.
Robert Brooks.
But some people like the single digits now for the wide
I
receiver.
mean, it's far better than Matthew Golden's number.
I
mean,
like 22. Kind of gives me running back vibes, but I like 22, the number 2. Okay.
Matt wasn't here for that, I don't think.
No,
Good
I
job,
wasn't.
Ryan.
I know
That's
Ryan
nice
was so
there.
ready for
Yes.
that.
So, Ryan, actually, I do want to ask. So that's Taylor Swift.
There is a quote from Golden, too, about the number.
Yeah.
There
that
is,
came
yes.
It basically ties to his grandma. He wanted 2, but Malik Willis has 2, so he did 22.
So he did 22, and he goes, it's only a number. I want the ball.
Clearly, you don't listen to the show when you're not here, huh?
No.
But
Thank you.
I do want
Well, I was busy. That's why I'm not on the show. If I wasn't busy and able to listen to the show, I'd just call in.
And you can listen back with the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Sure, she says.
You can listen back with the ESPN Wisconsin app. It works, I
Sure.
swear. You can chime in 844-770-3776. Do you have like a strong opinion on what your favorite player, like what their number is? Because there is a section of fans, like things I don't care about is players' numbers or the uniforms. These are things I don't really care about. Like, are there numbers I like?
Don't care about the uniforms.
Yeah,
You
dumb color
con-
rushes.
No, but you
Not a fan.
constantly say that the Packers green and gold is hideous.
It is, but I don't.
Green
That's
Bay to
only
me.
because like to wear the colors. I don't care about the actual like the players wearing the uniform on the field is different than like I think green and gold. Like people out in the stands wearing it is aesthetically not appealing. The team wearing the uniform, if the Packers are gonna wear their all whites or their green and yellow or throwback, I don't care. Same with the
Okay,
Bears.
I see.
I'm just
I see
saying
the
the
difference.
colorway is ugly.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the actual uniform, like what they're wearing, whatever. But there is a section of fans that definitely do care about numbers and care about what the uniform is. Is it a throwback or any of those things? So I'd love to hear from fans if they chime in on it. But Matt, I did ask this when you were gone. So when I don't know if the Bears did this at Soldier Field, but DJ Moore, a lot of times now they have DJs for like practices.
Okay.
And so when DJ Moore would make a catch at Bears practice, they would play the Go DJ. That's my DJ from
Right.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And they played it over and over again. I don't know if they did it at Soldier Field, but I would say that if I'm the Packers and Matthew Golden makes a big play, I would. That should fire
This
off.
one?
That should fire off at Lambeau.
I mean, there's a lot of different things. You could do, like golden. Anything with golden in it.
Like what? What's a golden?
I'm feeling.
I mean, there's a song called Gold on the Ceiling.
yeah, some people know, man. Like
The Black Keys are huge.
it's not Taylor Swift anywhere
It's
close.
okay.
You
but
also
like,
gotta
there's
think-
nobody right now close to Taylor Swift.
You got to think of the market too, Jim.
But Taylor Swift
Green
is still.
Bay.
But it's, I
What
feel
does that have to be a country song that says 22 in it? What are
probably
we?
be
or
better.
golden.
Again, you're in the golden thing. I'm feeling 22 matches. Like you are feeling 22 if you're feeling the plays he's making.
You're trying to make. Is this? I don't know if I'm using this right. Are you trying to make fetch happen?
No, I'm saying that when I saw 22, it's kind of like when with Lizzo with Minnesota Viking. I always hear Minnesota Viking. When I saw 22, immediately my head came with I'm feeling like that. I didn't know the name of the song, but and this was before I even really listened to Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
but you got daughters that listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but this song is, I mean, they probably listen to it, but like, I feel like this, give me another song. Your song is not it, man. Like, you got to get something that's super,
Gold on the Ceiling.
it's not
I've
it.
never heard that.
Yes, you have.
Ryan wants
You've
to play
heard
it.
you've heard the song. You just don't know what the title is.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
play it.
Okay, find it for us. I'm trying to Google like other ones.
From the Black Keys. That's a tough, I mean,
How
the
about-
Black Keys are not like,
How about just "Ecstasy of Gold"? A pretty iconic song.
Who sings that?
Oh, multiple different artists. I think there's one. Ennio Morricone is like the famous one from the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Molly, I know it's a big one. It's one you really like.
This
yours
seems
is
like
worse
a
than
deeper
his.
cut than mine, yeah?
Yeah.
This is you've heard "Ecstasy of Gold." I promise you have.
I feel like you're
I
just
believe
speaking
you.
a different language.
No, I believe you. I just can't pull it off the top of my head.
Like otherwise, I would say like "Stay Golden, Pony Boy," which is not a song, but like I would like that coming from The Outsiders, which is a popular like I think it's kind of died out, but for a while people like "Stay Golden, Pony Boy," which is from The Outsiders.
There's a Harry Styles song that's called Golden.
This is the Black Keys one. You tell me
Gold
you
on
haven't
the-
heard this?
But
Okay. Yeah.
like they're
It's
not
a
gonna,
vibe.
they don't like he doesn't have like an entrance song. It's you got to play a little clip
Yeah.
when he makes a play.
When they get to the chorus is when they say "Gold on the Ceiling."
All That Glitters Is Gold by Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
Like
Eh?
that's better than this.
That one's definitely a
Eric
little
and Green
more-
Bay.
Gold Digger. Kanye?
They're not gonna do that one. If you want to talk about playing to the crowd, well, maybe Green Bay fans like Kanye. I don't know, but like Ryan the Psychedelic Advisor, "Golden Age of Leather" by Blue Oyster Cult. Again, these are deep cuts. You got to go as high level as possible.
Mainstream?
Yeah, because it's the same thing when we do our show. We know we have to play the hits.
Gold by Macklemore. Goldie by A$AP Rocky. This almost sounds like a...
But you also have to think like
This
at a
would go
game.
hard at Lambeau.
Yeah, this no, it really, like, I actually think it
Okay,
might. Because
if
it
you
kind of sounds like Bang on the Drum.
It does.
Slightly.
Okay, but when they score a touchdown, they always play this. They play Bang on the Drum, right?
Yeah.
So again, if you're making a play,
It's
they're
like
not,
a first, like if he gets a good first down or something.
right. So that they were gonna, like, if I'm betting they're gonna play, he makes a good first down, you're gonna go, I'm feeling 22. That just seems like something at a game. Every time he makes it, that just seems to be the easiest, like, functionality / everyone's heard that song.
But see, football is not like basketball, right? Because it's like, I think of Giannis, because what's his, whenever he does something, I'm blanking here.
Is
I'm
it
blanking.
Notorious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, that's basketball. Or Chris Middleton was money, 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 money. Like, I feel like football doesn't do the same thing,
Well, and that's
do
why
they?
I said it could be something that's done at practice instead of
Okay.
at the game.
Okay.
This is ecstasy of gold, by the way.
This is horrendous. What are you
Yeah,
thinking?
they're definitely not going to play
Are we trying to
this
go
at
to
a game.
sleep?
Exactly
I, feel,
what I was thinking.
I actually feel like I'm at like the planetarium laying back when like the sky's turning.
If you want to play this under a highlight reel of him and it builds up, like, sure, but otherwise, okay. I know it now. I know it.
I do too.
But like, if you want to play this again, if he had walkout music, sure.
Walkout music, this would be good for.
Yeah. Or you could play this throwback to Monday. We talked about the theme from Space Odyssey. When the Brewers open and close the stadium, they used to play that.
Yeah.
People used to go and watch it open and close. Matt, you were not here for that, right? Yeah,
I was not.
So apparently we were all rubes in 2001, and we'd get to, and I was one of them. They would get to AmFam Field, then Miller Park early, and watch the stadium open and close, and they would
Nice.
play the Space Odyssey as well.
That's pretty good. That's clever.
But like, it's 2001. Like, now I feel like a giant rube going to have done that.
Were you in boys choir, Ryan?
I wish.
Oh,
I would have flourished.
I think you would have.
Flourish is the
like-
word
I
was
can
thinking of
see you
too.
in like those traveling boys choirs that wear like red and white polos. You know what I mean?
So I
I
look
mean,
like where's
he's got the khakis on already today.
so where's Wooly instead of where's Waldo? I would have just looked like that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
With your hymn in front of you.
So Mother's Day is also coming up on Sunday, and I wanted to ask about, like, who do you prioritize more, your mom or the mother of your children? But Matt, in classic Matt Hamilton fashion, didn't want to be left out.
Yeah.
So now we are making it, which I think is harder to wrap your brain around, but the idea of your mother-in-law.
It's hard for you to wrap your
Well,
brain
no,
around.
because it's asking the question because this is not as clean. It's not a matter of like, because the question was asked to me, like, I will see my mother-in-law on Mother's Day, and I will obviously wish her a happy Mother's Day when I see her.
Yeah.
If I did not see her, I am not wishing her happy Mother's Day via text. If my wife was on the phone and she's talking to her, I would be like, hey, tell Deb happy Mother's Day. Like,
Right.
I would do that. I don't call her mom. Nor does she want me to call her
Your
mom.
wife doesn't go, hey, why don't you get on the phone and do it yourself?
No, why would she do that? And I wouldn't do that to
Cringe.
her either. Like, it's also like, it's usually like a speaker. Usually the girls are there, they're talking, and I'll just kind of say, hey, happy Mother's Day, that sort of thing. But again, we usually see her on holidays. But texting her specifically happy Mother's Day, I wouldn't do. But again, if I see her, I will. So for me, all the things I listed are not going out of your way to wish happy Mother's Day to my mother-in-law. So the question that Matt wants to ask is, will you go out of your way to wish happy Mother's Day to your mother-in-law?
Right.
844, and that'll be our first Siding Unlimited poll question. 844. We'll put this one at you, Matt and Molly. 844-770-3776. Carl was talking. Text line list is more. Do you go out of your way, which means you're making an extra effort, that like you're not seeing or talking to her, and you're going to go out of your way to find her and wish her happy Mother's Day?
Right.
Right. Which, I guess, Molly, will you go out of your way to find and track down your mother-in-law?
I'll literally text her and say Happy Mother's Day.
So you will, though. So that's out of your way, though.
Yeah.
Like, you're texting her separate than your husband, or like a phone call, you'll do it separately.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Because there's no phone call to them? Like,
No.
Okay.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
To my parents, I'll call them.
And will Jose send a text separately?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, he just doesn't even like he barely even. I mean, he texts people, but like I don't know, like he gets annoyed by my family's group chats. I think.
But like if you were on the phone with your mom, he would probably like, oh, tell her Happy Mother's Day or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably.
Yeah.
Something easy like that.
Matt,
Yeah.
we know your answer, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm definitely texting my mother-in-law. First of all, she like helps out a lot, and she lives in town, so I see her all the time.
I see my
That's
mother-in-law
fair.
pretty
And then
regularly, but yeah.
Also, I'll get a text, regardless of what happens. I'll get a text from my wife asking, or not asking, but saying like, "Hey, did you text my mom?" So like, I'll be reminded that I should.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So it's an
So
obligation
that's a little
for
different.
you.
That's
Well,
not
I mean-
necessarily out of your way then.
Normally, I've already done it because I know it's coming now. At this point. Mm-hmm. So like, might be
Did you
learned
get her a Mother's
behavior.
Day gift?
I was just gonna ask that.
If my wife will get something, and then it'll be from us.
Okay, so then for your own mom,
So that's funny. My wife will get my mother-in-law something, and she doesn't put my name on it. Like again, it's not my mom. So like again, I wish her Happy Mother's Day, but she's not my mom. My wife's not.
Yeah,
gonna
but I
even put my
really
name on it.
appreciate that she was my wife's mom, because without her, I don't have a wife.
We understand how how that works, but yeah.
see if okay. So I feel like if I gave my mother-in-law a gift, I would put it from all of us, including our kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Just, but like myself too. Even though, like my mother-in-law. That's what I would do.
Right, but again, it's different. Like we're gonna
So
see
like,
her.
your mother-in-law is going to get a gift on Mother's Day, and it's just going to say from your wife.
Probably. I don't know how she
Not
tags.
or like
I don't know if she tags me in it or not. I don't know if she writes my name on
Jim
it.
had nothing to do with this.
No, she wouldn't say that. But like the girl, like my wife's also very literal. Like she's not the girl's mom either. Like she is my wife's mother. That's it.
I get you.
Okay.
And again, we're all going to celebrate with. I'm not seeing my mom on Mother's Day.
Right.
I will call my mom, and my wife is not going to send a separate text, but she's going to make sure to say Happy Mother's Day, Judy.
See, I guarantee it's going to happen in the group text for my wife, to my family's group text, and I will send my mother-in-law a text.
See, I will not text my mom Happy Mother. Like I'm going to call her, and we're going to have a conversation.
Oh, not me texting. My wife's going to, jump on the bandwagon of everyone else saying Happy Mother's
Also,
Day.
we don't
to my
have
mom.
group text at all set up, anyways. And like I don't like my mother-in-law doesn't.
I'm not
text,
surprised.
but like, well, no, like I text my brother. Like I guess like right after like Christmas we might group text. Otherwise, we'll just call. Like we just don't text as much.
You don't
We
have
just
a family Rutledge text chain?
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Family Rutledge, a Rutledge family.
No. Well, I mean, again, if if Tony needs to get a hold of him, she can call him, or we'll just have the conversation together.
Okay.
And so, again, Rip and Rona chimes in. I absolutely will. Why wouldn't I? Might send a mass tweet to all the mothers too. Don't they deserve it, Jim?
Okay.
A mass tweet.
To be fair, I'm kind of trying to paint you in the picture of the bad son-in-law.
But I'm not.
You're not. I know.
I feel fine here because here's the other part of it. Not
But that's
only,
what I'm saying, is I'm kind of goading it right now.
yeah, but I don't think it's working. Like I feel like I'm pretty normal in the
What are you
idea that
talking about? The dude just texted in. He's like, I'm going to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day.
I'm
don't
not
you?
going to wish. I think he's having fun with you. I think that's sarcastic. A mass tweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again,
Happy at all the moms out there.
if I see if I see,
Don't tweet that, Ryan.
yeah, it seems a bit creepy to tweet Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
a bit creepy?
Yeah, very creepy. But I would
Very.
say this: like, if I was somewhere and I saw someone that was clearly like a mom, I'd be like happy. Like I interacted with them, I'd say Happy Mother's Day.
Okay.
So it's just more of, I'm just not going to send a text. But it's also like I don't text.
So
with
if
her.
you're
She doesn't
visiting
te-
your family, you're not texting your mother-in-law.
no, but my wife would make that call, and I would
Right.
be sure to say, "Wish your mom Happy Mother's Day."
From Jim.
Yes, but specifically that.
Tell Rutledge that.
I'm not going to text my father-in-law Happy Father's Day on Father's Day. I mean, again, I'll probably see him, but again, if I didn't, it'd be the same setup.
I feel like my father-in-law would appreciate no text.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah, my father-in-law would not appreciate it. He barely texts to begin with, so. But also, I don't. Not that he wouldn't appreciate it, but he'd be like, "Why are you texting?"
So in terms of gifts for your own moms,
Yeah.
do you guys buy the gifts for your moms, or does your wife pick it out for you?
Oh, wife picks that for me.
Okay.
Or my sister will, and I'll get in on that one.
Really?
Yeah, for the most part, unless you tell me explicitly what you want, I'm just going to piggyback on someone else's gift, and we'll get you something nicer.
See, so like me and my siblings have done that too, but then my husband's like, well, that's kind of like, why are you guys skimping out on giving your parents more gifts? Like, why are you getting them just one thing? And I'm like, well, we're getting like a nicer thing.
Yeah, it's a bigger thing.
Yeah, my parents don't need anything, so I'd rather get them something nice together if I was. But at the same time, like for my mom, and again, I'm not going to see her, but she is coming in town next weekend for Rosie's birthday party. One of, again, the fun part of having kids sometimes trying to schedule stuff out. I think 4 birthday parties she's going to have total. So is it 3 or 4? She's going to have
for one kid.
She's going to have my family's birthday party because they couldn't time up this year.
Mm-hmm.
Then her birthday party on her actual birthday will be camping, and then Tanya's family's birthday party
a lot
for
of
her,
cake.
and then Rosie's going to have her friend's birthday party.
That's
too.
a lot of cake.
Now
dude.
they're spread out. Like Rosie's friend one, I believe, is like sometime in the middle of June. Like these spread out over like 5 weeks. But yeah, the next basically month is some sort of Rosie's birthday party. But to the point of, I'll give my mom her Mother's Day gift when I see her next weekend.
Okay.
I'm not going to mail it to her. But again, I will see her closely. If she was further away, I'd mail her a present or send her flowers or whatever. Jason Wilde is getting moved back. It's a cluster bleep at the golf is what I've been told. So we're going to move that back. I am curious to see where Wilde lands into that. But, regardless, as I picked up I was actually at my grandparents-in-law house last weekend. Right? Isn't that what you call them?
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a better term for it.
I don't have any.
I would just say my wife's grandparents.
Yeah.
Right, same difference. But
Yeah. I knew what
so
you
anyways,
meant.
they store our camper for us. So I went down there and I got down there with my big blue truck from Simmons Chevy in Mount Horeb and got the camper out of the barn that they keep it in there, pulled it through a very treacherous. We had to have a conversation afterwards of like, hey, maybe we should throw in some money to help fill in the gravel in our driveway because like I wasn't worried about my truck getting through it all. It's got the big tires and it can pull, but the camper's got smaller tires and I'm like, I'm worried that the tires are going to get stuck in here. But the camper was pulled all the way back from Northern Illinois to Oregon. Nice and easy, thanks to my big blue truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're such a tryhard.
I don't know. This is pretty catchy.
It's not.
No, you're literally forcing yourself to like polka right now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
forcing myself to like polka. I can't force myself to like anything. And I would drink German beers out of a boot and...
You would drink it till you couldn't hear the polka music anymore.
I guess, yeah. Until I started dancing.
Sounds like a horrible time.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Your Pell experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Phish Hatchery Road and check out the all-new 2024 Honda Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Get ready for the ultimate Saturday night at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Join us for the all-new Queen of Hearts drawing at 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. This is your chance for royal glory. When your name is drawn, choose the right card and you could win a life-changing jackpot, up to $150,000. The longer the Queen stays hidden, the bigger the jackpot grows. Let's Hard Rock with the Queen of Hearts only at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Clap your hands if you think you're in the right place, and the thunder all surrounding. Feel great with the joy resounding, palm to the palm, you can feel it pounding. Never give it up, you can feel it mounting. Oh, it's gonna drop, gonna fill your cup. Oh, it's gonna drop. The age of miracle.
Shout out to Primetime Wollersheim. He has a song here because it is Phish Friday here on ESPN Madison. Phish covering the song Golden Age.
Well, I do have to give the proper shout out. Dan and Madison called in.
Okay.
Recommended this just for Phish Friday. This is Phish covering the song Golden Age, which is originally by TV on the Radio.
Wow, there's a layers to that.
There is.
He's Primetime
like
Wollersheim. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. We're in the Everlight Solar Studio. We're on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. We are presented by Coors Light. Jason Wilde's moved back a little bit here so we can continue our conversation. Our Siding Unlimited poll question around Mother's Day is, do you go out of your way to wish your mother-in-law Happy Mother's Day on Mother's Day? By out of your way, it means like you are basically sending a separate message from your wife, a Happy Mother's Day to your mother-in-law. Tim in Oregon chimes in. Jim, you're good. Just be a big shot at Grandparents' Day for both sets of grandparents. So, and which is
Amen. Grandparents' Day?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does anybody celebrate it? I have no idea.
Do you know the date of it?
I don't. Again, my wife though, Saint. The girls cut their pictures and like we'll mail something off. It's honestly just what it really is. And I'm glad
September
my wife's
7th.
What it really is, and I'm glad my wife's on top of it, is it's just like a nice way, like the girls, call her a picture or do something, they just mail it to them. And then, like, you get, your parents get a piece of mail with colored pictures from your kids. And you go, oh, wow, that's nice. We were thought of. So, like, that's one of those, it's not quite a Hallmark holiday,
neat.
or maybe it is, but that's one of those holidays I'm like, you know what? It's a good excuse to remember to reach out to the olds in your life. No.
Savage.
Right now, 66% of people say no, they're not going out of their way to wish their mother-in-law a happy Mother's Day.
I just don't see like I know Matt, you said that you send a text. I said I send a text to my mother-in-law. Like I don't see it as going out of my way.
But again, you text her regularly?
I send pictures every now and then of the kids.
And again, my wife will send the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not like I couldn't text or call my mother-in-law. It's just
choose not to.
But also, like, not to get the full. But it's not to get the full dynamic. It's not like my wife and her are texting all the time too.
Right.
So it's also like in the realm of texting and calling. Like the person in my family I text the most is my brother, and we've kind of established a nice text chain now. We actually joked that we got he didn't want to bring it up, we got a no-hitter going. We've been texting for basically since the start of baseball season. We text back and forth. I'm but we haven't not texted for a while now, and it's usually around the Brewers or whatever. But then they'll be like, hey, what does Rosie want for a bird? But now this texting has been we've been able to find a way to stop the drying up of text messages, because otherwise, he's living his life, and he lives in Cedarburg, which is an hour and some away. Mm-hmm. My in-laws live an hour and some away, so it's just not out of sight, out of mind. But especially when you have kids or a busy life, the rest of it kind of just falls. You have to make effort, at least I do, to remember to reach out to other people. Mm-hmm. And so I have to remind myself to do it. We have our group text chain. I do my best to this group text chain is one of the few that is not muted in general. In fact, on the weekends when I kind of go to silent mode, I actually leave these free. And Matt, because he sometimes reminds me about shoe drops or whatever, so I want to make sure they come through. But Matt, this group is they're pushed through, because I do kind of turn off most of them. But you guys are on the list in the do not disturb over the weekend. You guys come through.
In Jim's ranking of family and friends, we're pretty high on that list, Molly.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
I will take it.
Jeremiah,
because we know we all rank our friends and families and neighbors.
Jeremiah and Madison chimes in with a good deep cut. Give her a hug, Jim.
Again,
if you're new to the show,
Happy Mother's Day hug.
I have not.
Gotta be.
Honestly, I feel very comfortable that saying I've never hugged my mother-in-law.
I would not feel comfortable saying that.
No, I just mean that I don't. It's not a bad thing.
It is a bad thing, Jim. It's your mother-in-law.
Again, it's not like she's coming in for hugs and I'm denying her.
No, I can just imagine it. Nope. Sorry.
Because
pause off.
Here's the thing. I make exceptions for at my what would be at my Tanya's grandfather's funeral. Mm-hmm. Tanya's very close to her grandmother. Her grandmother's nearby. I gave her a hug on our way out. I don't hug her ever, but I've hugged her probably 3 or 4 times in my life. But she comes in for a hug.
Yeah.
And so I will give her a hug.
Okay. I just imagine someone going in for a hug and Jim going high five.
I just want to be.
Whoa! Up top.
I just want to be.
Ace Ventura.
I just want to be clear that I don't dodge the hug. And so
but
also,
you won't initiate either.
Right, but to be clear, I believe my ex-brother-in-law, I think I saw hug her 1 or 2 times, and I've never seen anyone else who's dated my sister-in-law give her a hug, even if they've dated for a long time. So it's not like it's just a me thing.
I don't think I've hugged my father-in-law. But is it different with...
It shouldn't be. My wife, again, though, my mom, my mom gives Tanya a hug, and my dad gives Tanya a hug. But my dad probably hugged me 8 times in my life until my kids were born. So there's that side of it too.
We're just unpacking all the childhood.
There's nothing to unpack. There's no issues.
Right.
My dad wishes me happy birthday on LinkedIn. It's fine. It is a true story, folks. If you listen to the station for a while,
do you like it?
He does text. I don't know why. Here's the thing. What I found out is that my dad is one of those LinkedIn lunatics where he just starts his morning, even though he's retired, on LinkedIn. That's his spot. So realistically, at this point, because he'll still text me or call me at some point during the day and wish me happy birthday, but I literally think he just opens up LinkedIn, and it's just
it's a reminder. It's
hey,
5,
one of
6
your in the morning,
friends.
and he's just up because he's old, and the older you get, the earlier you get up, and he just works through his messages and says happy birthday. Because if he references anything that I do, like our new ESPN Wisconsin app, he's it's not I saw it on Twitter or I heard you talk about it. It's I saw on LinkedIn you posted about it, so I downloaded it so we could listen in Mexico. When my parents went.
Right.
Now they forgot. Couldn't figure out how to listen in Mexico.
Why do we bring it back every time?
So, again, you can chime in on that 844-770-3776. Carlos Talk text line. List is more, and there's also just Jim need a hug. No,
I mean, if you see Jim in the street, go in for a hug because he won't deny it.
Honestly, I would say most people I'm not going to deny a hug.
Well, it's because it's awkward to deny a hug.
True. But, my mother-in-law, if she came in for a hug, I hug my sister-in-law, my brother's wife. I don't hug my sister's sister.
Do you get into your head about it? You guys show up for Christmas, and then it's everybody's giving your mother-in-law a hug, and then you're
and
just
he just keeps people in between him and her.
Yeah.
Jim's going to start the car every time. Just going to go warm it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to text your mother-in-law and be like, you should go for a hug on Mother's Day. Just see what happens.
So,
that's funny.
It would be weird at this point. I mean, it would be like
what are you doing?
I don't think she's.
You don't touch me.
I don't think she's a hugger though. Like I don't think she's one that's like gotta hug people. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think that she's a hugger.
I'm not a hugger. I don't enjoy hugging people. I mean, like my own like family, yes, but beyond that, I'm good.
What do you think for me?
You are 100,000% a hug. You will hug anything.
So it is funny, and I think I've shared it on the air, but Marissa, one of our old teammates here, she worked closely with me for a long time, and then finally, she's not a big hugger either. And we did joke that when she, like her last day here, and she still works for the company, we did give each other a hug, but it was like, because we know, like, we worked closely for a long time, and it's one of those things of like, I missed, like, seeing her, I was going to miss her. So it's like, all right, we'll come in for like a hug. It was like a normal hug, but it was like, we don't normally hug. Neither one of us.
Should we shake hands?
Like, for an example, when Molly, and I didn't do it, when Molly was getting ready to leave, and I was like, I feel like maybe I should give her a hug, but Molly's not a hugger.
I'm not a hugger.
So I'm not going to come in for the
I'd rather
hug.
give you knuckles. I'm good.
Right.
You know those like modern art sculptures of like stick people? Like you see them in a park sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they're just like made of metal rods. Like one of those coming to life and trying to grab you would be like Jim trying to give you a hug. It would be as comfortable, I feel like.
I would say this.
Equally cold.
Yes.
I would say this. I actually think I'm a really
Judgmental Jim.
I actually think I'm a really good hugger. And I would say
Okay.
the
I'll brag a little.
Hug hubris.
but I would say that, and the not irony is that my oldest is very much like me. My wife gets upset. Like I have to kind of pry a hug out of her. Like before school, I have to say, "Give me a hug now." Before you get in the car, because I know you're going to basically jump out of the car while it's moving because you don't want to acknowledge you have parents.
Right.
So like I always tell her, "Give me a hug now." Like she's going to sleepover. I'm like, "You're gonna give me a hug now and tell me goodbye because I'm not going to see you till tomorrow." And she kind of gave me a shoulder hug. My wife was actually upset. She's like, "You're going to give me a hug now to her, or I'm going to hug you in front of all your friends when I drop off your stuff later." And then Rosie gave her a hug.
Yeah.
So my oldest is very
That'll
much
teach
like
him.
me.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest is very much like me, but my youngest is basically, if she can, like, she's like a spider monkey. Like if she can just attach herself to you and just be hugging me specifically, but anyone all the time or holding your hand or something all the time, that's what makes her happy.
That's so funny. I hug my
great. I
kids
love
like
it. Like-
no other. Like I am not a hugger, like I said, to anybody else. But my kids, it's like I give my kids so many hugs. I know that they're like two of them are little babies,
Yeah.
but like even my 2-year-old, I'm like, give me a squeeze, give me a squeeze.
Yeah.
Like
That's just because you've got pent up hugs. Maybe you are a hugger and you're just afraid to share it with other people.
Or she's hugging appropriately with her family.
True, but also people that are huggers like you, I feel like are more inclined to then tell everybody that they love them, and I also don't do that. Like I'm good. I don't need to.
Phil
tell
and
everybody
Wanakee chimes in. Love hugs. Sending Matt one right now.
I feel the love.
Again,
That's my guy right there.
If anyone in my family wants to give me a hug, specifically my immediate family, I'm in on it. Like again, Nola, like it fills my bucket. She gives me a hug, I feel great.
Yeah,
but
mother-in-law, not so much.
I don't.
Well, you don't know
Mother-in-law
because you've never
empties
done
his
it.
Yeah, maybe it filled
Maybe
my
it
bucket.
would. Maybe it would.
Maybe
Experiment. Try and hug
Molly, tell us about Cycle Nation.
Oh, yes. We are excited to be out at the Sylvie on May 21st. You can ride the revolution. Cycle Nation is coming back to Madison. Join the American Stroke Association and the American Heart Association on May 21st at the Sylvie as we pedal for a purpose. Teams can join the movement as we raise funds and heartbeats to end strokes and save lives. It's all happening on May 21st at the Sylvie. Visit cyclenation.org/Madison and register today. Locally sponsored by Carbon World Health and ESPN Madison. And Jim, Matt, and Molly will be there as well doing our show live. So that's exciting. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Like winning teams could talk trash.
Yeah, but we're
Giannis
not.
talks trash.
Maybe we're not good enough to be talking trash.
Or maybe it's not your personality.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, I'm not tight either.
I'm not tight at all. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not tight. I'm
Who's
not tight.
Ben Johnson?
I'm so loose right now.
We don't know. I don't know who he is. I have no idea what he is.
I'm not tight.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Look, we all know that as we age, our bodies change, but Carbon World Health can help. They have a process of testosterone replacement therapy that includes a diagnostic exam and blood tests to assess your hormone levels to make sure that they are optimal for you, not optimal for your age. Carbon World Health can help you increase your energy, focus, and overall health with their approach to hormone therapy. It's all about quality of life for you. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Ready to live the high life at home? Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and of course, plenty of high life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar Glory at your local watering hole, like the Rail House, Nitty Gritty, Main Depot, and Connie's Home Plate. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
She didn't beg, oh not enough. She didn't stay when things got tough. I told a lie, she got
Man, this song, I love it. This could be one of my favorite songs, period. Farmhouse by Phish. It just puts you get a really struggling today.
Yeah, I am. I'm just struggling in general.
It's just, I don't know how you feel about it,
I
Molly.
like it.
It's Good Friday vibes. It is Phish Friday here on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Jason Wilde will be joining the show a little bit later. We're in the Everlight Solar studio. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Primetime Laura Scheim behind the glass. We do have a Siding Unlimited poll question, 844-770-3776. This one is that's the Carbos Talking text line, is how you can get into the show, but also on Twitter at Jim, Matt, and Molly. Do you go out of your way to wish your mother-in-law a happy Mother's Day? And right now, 56% of you say no, not going out of your way. And I think that's really the big decider there is, like, are you going out of your way? Because you said texting wouldn't be considered out of your way.
No, because it's literally a couple clicks of my thumbs. Boom, send.
Done.
It's there.
Yeah.
Going out of my way is like buying a gift, making a point of, like, going to their house to hang out, like, all the things. That's more out of my way, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah.
I mean, maybe that makes me a terrible daughter-in-law, but still, I mean,
what makes a good, to me, like, in-law is more about, like, how are you treating...
Yeah, as long as you're not a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah,
you're a good in-law.
Yeah. Like, if my kids have, when my kids get married or whatever, I'm going to judge on, like, are they making my kids happy?
Mm-hmm.
And are they good, providers or partners?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. That's the rest, I'm not going to judge either way on it.
Right.
If they don't call or text me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it sounds a little bit like a nightmare if I had some son-in-law that wanted to hang out all the time. Good Lord.
Jeremy would be like, I don't know what to do with you. Like, what do we do?
And Jeremiah Madison says he sure does, which, I mean, I'm guessing he means going out of his way to reach out to his mother-in-law. So I want to tell everyone about the Bruce Company, and then I want to get to a question that I found interesting. I do want Jason Wilde to answer here. But if you're looking to elevate your outdoor living space, the Bruce Company is Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. I actually was there this week. I finally picked up a bench which is great because I made prior purchases there, and they're like, well, which one do you want? I'm like, I don't know. I pointed to one, and they started to bring it up. They're like, actually, this was not the exact same like line as what you had with the chairs. Do you want to get the same line that you had with the chairs? That way the wood grain and all of that will look the same. I said, great. And so then they steered me in the right direction. I got the one that I wanted. It's going to complete our outdoor deck. And then I also, while I was there, we go camping a lot. I got a Weber grill that is one of those rolling Weber grills that's got the propane you can tie on it. But we have a charcoal one that we bring. But at times, again, when you're camping, you get back late and you just want to get something cooking right away. It'll be great to have the Weber portable grill there that able to kind of roll wherever. But going, again, Sunday, I can just roll this thing out and we can make brats whenever we want. Because, again, with kids, sometimes cooking the food as thorough and quickly as possible is the important part. But they do have many sets from deep seating to dining that can be custom designed to your style. Find a time to swing by the Bruce Company showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts. So, Matt, you brought this up. We were talking about a little bit about the Detroit Lions as far as, like, well, how much, like, when you're talking about the offseason, how much do you kind of account for the brain drain, if you will, of losing their offensive defensive coordinator, which I think is a good question. And I was listening to a podcast that was talking about how the Vikings have kind of a built-in advantage this year because they have an offensive-minded coach, and then their defensive coach is Brian Flores, who is a legit great defensive coordinator who's also been a head coach. So that kind of allows O'Connell to be like, hey, you know what? I don't even have to worry about the defense. Brian Flores not only is a great defensive mind, he knows how to run the defense. So I was like, that's a great staff right there. Their assistant head coach is Mike Pettin, again, from the Packers. But, again, a guy who's got experience, a guy who, as a coordinator, and he's not even their defensive coordinator, he's just a assistant head coach, another guy to help make sure that room is running right. That's part of their team as well. They have other experienced coaches. I was like, man, the Vikings coaching staff, pretty legit. And then I got to looking at the Detroit Lions. We talked about them. So John Morton is a new offensive coordinator. And I think it's fair to say, Matt, that, like, I think Lions fans could be at least worried about him. He doesn't have a long track record as a play caller, as offensive coordinator. He does have history within the organization, and he has a lot of passing game coordinator and other things on a title. He's been a coach for a long time, but he hasn't covered himself. Like, he's not a proven offensive coordinator like Flores is as a proven defensive coordinator. So I think that's cause for concern. Their quarterback's coach, Mark Brunell, like, that's cool. We know who he is from having played, and he was one that they wanted to keep. And so I think that's a good quarterback's coach. And then defensively, I'm bringing in David Shaw as their passing game coordinator. David Shaw has been a head coach at Stanford. Again, a guy overqualified for the job, a big-time name there. So, like, there are some names on this defense, or excuse me, on the offensive coaching staff. You're like, all right, this guy gets it. And then their defensive coordinator is Kelvin Shepard, who's been upgraded from linebackers coach. Again, could be good. Definitely we have to wait and see there. So Lions staff has some good pieces, but a little bit worth putting a little question mark on it.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you're going to bring in new coordinators, you're going to have a new chemistry on the field. They might have a scheme that's a little bit different. Even if it's close, it's not going to be the same as Ben Johnson's on offense, right?
Well, and for me, it's more of proven track record.
For sure.
And so some of those guys don't have it.
Knowing what to do when your initial game plan's not working and how to make those adjustments. These guys haven't called the plays at that level before. So it's going to be new. They're going to have growing pains.
Yeah, and so then I look at Chicago. Well, setting aside Ben Johnson, but Ben Johnson, I would say he is their offensive coordinator, so that's part of their staff. I mean, they do have an offensive coordinator, but Ben Johnson.
But he's going to be calling the plays.
But their defensive coordinator, which I think is the sweet spot, so we talked about this before with Jeff Hafley, which we'll talk about later. Very similar, Brian Flores is suing the NFL. I don't know if he's going to be getting a head coaching opportunity anytime soon. So, he might be locked in as the Vikings defensive coordinator for a while, and that's kind of a dream scenario for the Vikings, not so much for Flores. Mm-hmm. Dennis Allen is a very highly regarded. When he's been defensive coordinator, he's churned out top 10 defenses year in and year out. As a head coach, he's missed twice, so he's probably never going to get a head coaching opportunity again. But Dennis Allen, every time he's been a defensive coordinator, has been good enough to get a head coaching opportunity. That's the Bears defensive coordinator. And then you look at their wide receivers coach, Antoine Randall. He's also their assistant head coach. He's interviewed for head coaching jobs. Eric Bieniemy's been offensive coordinators multiple places. He's their running back coach. So all of a sudden you have these guys where Al Harris, he's been a long-time assistant. He's a defensive back coach, played for the Packers, but a guy that the only reason he's available is because Mike McCarthy was let out of his contract. A huge mistake by the Dallas Cowboys. I think it'll be shown out that I don't think Schottenheimer's doing a great job. So all of a sudden the Bears have a lot of coaches who are proven to be successful in other places. And so you're like, I feel good about the coaching staff because you have coaches who are proven coordinators. And then you look at the Packers, who obviously LaFleur is the play caller and de facto offensive coordinator. And then Jeff Hafley is a guy that, year one, you have to say that he showed a lot to be excited about, and the defense showed improvement. And I think you can count on him probably getting a little bit better. Luke Butkus has been around a little bit as their offensive line coach, but also Stenovich as their OC, kind of, in my opinion, in name only. He was their offensive line coach, so having that connection there, I think, is strong for the Packers, having that overlap there. Luke Getsy bringing back as a senior assistant. I joke he stunk as an offensive coordinator, but as an offensive mind in the room, sure, I think it's good to add him back. And then again, Hafley is a guy that I think you can be excited about as a Packer fan, as an ascending coach. The only knock on him is that he is one of those coaches that could be gone in another good year.
Because he had an interview at the end of last year, right?
He did. So with some of that, and I want to ask Jason Wilde when he joins the show, I would say that the Vikings have the best staff, top to bottom, in the NFC North, followed by the Bears, Packers, and then the Lions. I'm putting dead last. I'm removing the head coach unless they're an assistant. So Dan Campbell may have bumped it higher. But when I look at proven track record overall with the coaches, Vikings number one, but the Bears, they're loaded up with guys who have either been head coaches or OCs in the past and who have been successful and are only available for weird kind of just timing purposes. And then the Packers, again, Hafley is ascending, but it's more of the other coaches behind him. So, and the Packers, you can make a case in front of the Bears, but the Bears full staff, top to bottom, I think I would give over it. But then,
fully reworked for this year, right?
Yeah, and then the Lions, again, that one's too much of that's a kind of a shot in the dark. They could end up with the best staff because Dan Campbell hired Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson last time, so he obviously got an eye for talent. But that's kind of how I'd rank them. Vikings 1, Bears 2, Packers 3, Lions 4. All of them pretty close. But, I mean, if that's not how I think the season's going to finish out. I'd put the Packers in front of the Bears finishing the season. But I do think, and probably the Packers, I'd almost inverse that, of the Lions winning the division, followed by the Packers in second place, Bears in third, and then the Vikings in fourth. But I do think coaching staffs matter. I mean, 8-4.
Yeah. So, I mean, they do. That's part of it. That's why part of me is I'm not going to push too hard back on the Bear and Packers order, but at least the Packers have some continuity going into the season where the Bears have to figure something out completely. Because you're not wrong. As far as accolades are concerned, the Bears coaching staff has better accolades.
And it was worth noting that like when Dennis Allen, he brought in guys that he's worked with. So it's not like he hasn't worked with these guys before.
It's the players who have to figure out how the new guy.
So I'm setting aside
run.
the players part of it as opposed to the actual coaches part of it. Ben Johnson brought a lot of guys in he's coached with before.
On track record alone, your rankings right.
Yes,
100%.
And the two of them, like, they're not going to have to all get. There's not a lot of getting to know each other, which sometimes happens with the staff.
Right.
But the Packers staff, you're right, has a better rapport with their players because they know what they expected out of them. But I want to ask basically our signing limited poll question, 844-770-3776. The Cardinals Talk text line list is more. Do we want to ask it who has the best coaching staff or best assistants? Because coaching staff could swing it a little bit because then Dan Campbell is obviously part of it. I think I want to go coaching staff, though, because...
Why is Dan Campbell part of the coaching staff?
Well, he's the head coach.
He's the coach. What do you mean?
Right, so is Ben Johnson's part of the coaching staff.
Well, that's why I want to do it, because every other team in the NFC North has...
Oh, so you want to eliminate the head coaches and just off their...
I don't know if he does.
But the worry, I don't think I do, because the worry I have is that Dan Campbell's the only one that's not also a coordinator.
So is it a better question to just ask, do the Packers have the worst coaching staff in the NFC North?
That's leading the witness.
Is it, though?
I don't think anyone says they have the worst.
I mean, based
Jim's
off
not even saying they have the worst.
But with you, if you're including head coaches, though.
I still would probably include the Packers over Dan Cam, over the Lions.
You'd still put them over the Lions?
Yes.
Okay.
Mainly, again, it's off of what, if I have to have the same logic for all the other things, then Morton seems like the Lions are, there's a lot of, we're putting a lot of faith in Dan Campbell.
Coordinators and gave all four teams as an option.
I just don't know how much fans know the coordinators. That's the one part.
And people just vote for the Packers.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to do, but, you know.
I guess we could,
yourself, but
we could also ask the Packers, more true statement, the Packers have the best or the Packers have the worst coaching staff in the NFC North.
Okay. I'll take that.
All right.
844-770-3776. That's our signing limited poll question. Matt, tell us about Odyssey Brands.
Odyssey Brands is one of my favorites right now. It's a local dairy. They source all their milk from Wisconsin. They make it right down there in Monroe. It is fantastic. If you want to taste that amazing Greek dairy, check out Odyssey Brands. They do feta, Greek yogurt. They've got all sorts of Greek yogurt-based dips, too. So if you're going to going out boating or you're going to a picnic of some sort or a ball game, don't forget to bring those Odyssey dips because they are amazing. And right now, it's grilling season. I like to marinate some chicken in some delicious Greek yogurt and some other seasonings, put them on some skewers, and I'll grill those up, and it is always delicious. You can find Odyssey wherever you go shopping because they are nationwide, baby, and it's made here in Wisconsin. Go check out Odyssey wherever you get your groceries and enjoy the delicious taste of Greek yogurt.
Molly's Game is next.
You're listening live from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Newfies love Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN Madison.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Hit the ground running. Jeff Grimes' impact going beyond the field. Wisconsin's new offensive coordinator reaching out to Badger alumni with this promise, bringing back Bucky brand football. UW legend Monte Ball with insight on their convo during his appearance on the Jump Around digital show.
I absolutely love what the guy is. First impressions are important, so he texted me and mentioned that he's looking forward to bringing back that identity that we have seemed to have lost, dominating these teams in the coaching our will. Literally what he was texting us.
Don't wait to upgrade your windows and doors because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like 14-ounce tubes of Blaine's brand multi-purpose grease, $1.99. Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with a $100 Scotch purchase. Plus, this Saturday from 9 to 2, don't miss special offers and test drive select zero-turns and lawn tractors during our Ride and Drive event. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Ride the Revolution. Cycle Nation is coming back to Madison. Join the American Stroke Association and the American Heart Association at the Sylvie on Wednesday, May 21st as we pedal for a purpose. Teams can join the movement as we raise funds and heartbeats to end strokes and save lives. It's all happening on Wednesday, May 21st at the Sylvie. Jim, Matt, and Molly will be there, and we hope you'll sign up too. Visit cyclenation.org/Madison and register today. Locally sponsored by Carbon World Health and ESPN Madison.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Hey, all you sports bettors, if you aren't making your wagers at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you're missing out on an elite experience. Honestly, it's complete sports betting paradise. The state-of-the-art venue has dozens of self-service betting kiosks, seating for over 200 people, a first-class bar and restaurant, and a VIP deck. If that isn't enough for you, there's a giant video wall that's over 2,000 square feet. And if you're short on time, they have free 20-minute reserve structure parking. And in a major move for all the sports bettors out there, you can now use your Potawatomi rewards cards at most self-service kiosks and the betting counter. Bet on your favorite sports and earn rewards along the way. Now that's a winning play. Bet above the rest. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Time now for Molly's game.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys, so we're going to take it back last week. First up, so last week was the Brewers-Cubs rivalry, which feels like it was about 10 years ago now with everything that's happened, I feel like.
It's not a rivalry, Molly.
Okay, it's not a rivalry for the Cubs. You're right. You are right, Matt. It is a rivalry for the Brewers, though. So they were playing in a 3-game series, and they had the first game last week, Friday, and we went into a pitching line, and I asked you over under 14.5 total outs recorded by Ben Brown. Actually, it was 15.5, sorry. So you guys all took the under on that one. You were all wrong.
Yeah.
He pitched for 6 innings, so he had 18 outs.
I was pleasantly surprised by that one because I feel like it was 3 or 4 innings the last few times out for him. So I was blown away that he held the Brewers in check long enough to go that far. He could have gone farther, like he was dealing. But I think the Cubs were like, we're not going to press our luck, and he hasn't really been stretched out. But
kind of an interesting-looking fella.
what does that mean?
I don't know. I Googled him, and he's kind of been interesting looking.
I don't know if you found him, like, he was handsome. He's tall with, like, what? I think tall, like, long blonde hair. Like
wait. There's 2 Ben Browns that come up. There's one that doesn't have long hair, and then there's one that's skinny-faced long hair. We're talking skinny-faced long hair, right?
Yes.
Okay, odd that it shows up with like 2 different people in Cubs uniforms. Sorry.
That is weird. I think there's one from a while ago.
Maybe he went through a transformation.
He's 6'6". 6'6".
He went to Carbon World Health.
Kind of looks like a young Josh Hader. Kind of. Do you see it?
A little bit, yeah. Yep.
And apparently there's Ben Brown on the New England Patriots, so that's kind of fun. Next one that I asked you guys. This also feels very long ago because I asked you a line for the Pacers-Cavs game 1. We are now going into game 3 tonight, which I will have lines for that as well. But I asked you over under 15 plus points scored by Tyrese Halliburton. Jim and Matt, you both took the over. Ryan took the under. He did hit the over. He had 22 points in game 1.
Take that, Ryan.
Take that, Badette.
In your face!
Whatever.
And the next one here, guys, we went into some hockey. The Winnipeg Jets were taking on the St. Louis Blues in a must-win Game 6. So I asked you if Kyle Connor would score at least 2 points. He had 3 shots on goal, but he didn't actually score any goals. And Jim was the only one that took the under.
Daggers.
And last one, guys, we got into the Kentucky Derby. We all know who won. Sovereignty, which is what the horse that Ryan picked. Journalism, who Matt took, came in 2nd. And then Jim's Citizen Bowl came in 15th.
No.
Woof.
But was leading for
You
like
had a lot.
3/4 of the
That's
way.
crazy.
Yeah.
I
That
just
is
took it
crazy.
because of the odds. It was like 17-1.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fun.
The way
And it
Molly
was-
set that up, I really thought we were going to have 1, 2, 3. I thought we trifected it, guys.
No, that would have been fun.
Yeah, the horse was in one. But as soon as I saw that Citizen Bowl was in one, I'm like, it's cooked.
Yeah.
It gassed out.
It's just, again, unless it's Secretariat, who they're all related to. And the Secretariat didn't even lead start to finish. I think Secretariat led Preakness and Belmont, like wire to wire, but normally a horse is not leading wire to wire.
Yeah. I mean,
Also-
you see a lot of the comeback. Like they just hit it down the stretch. It's so common now.
Right, because that's like, I think they kind of, your horse you're trying to save.
Yeah.
I mean, it is for a horse. I mean, just imagine it. I don't know the equivalent for a human to run, but they're running at a sprint for a certain amount of time. Let's get to the next thing.
So all in all, Jim won last week. So let's get into this week. Cavs Pacers are back in Indy tonight for Game 3. Who will be the leading scorer in that game? Jim.
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, man. That was my pick.
Interesting.
You can pick the same. We can just pick numbers.
Yeah, go for it. If you want to pick the same, we'll just do Price is Right.
I think Mitchell, too, and I'll go 33.
Matt,
right.
Jim?
I'm going to go 34.
Okay. Ryan?
I got Pascal Siakam.
I honestly thought he might go under. That's what I was thinking.
Fair.
I wasn't trying to press
Okay,
you.
that's
for
fun.
sure.
Do you want to
Yeah,
make a
usually.
prediction for points just to see if you're right?
Nah, I'll just take Pascal.
All right.
I feel pretty good
Pascal
about it.
straight up. Next one, the Thunder take on the Nuggets as well for Game 3 of that series. What will the point differential be in this game, and who will win?
The last one was 45?
Yeah.
It was brutal. Yeah.
Well, the Thunder came out basically, and right mentality.
Yes.
The Celtics and the Cavs didn't do this. Thunder came out, it's like, this is basically Game 7. We can't go down 0-2 at home.
Right.
And they came out with hair on fire. I'm not saying the other teams didn't try, but it's like backs against the wall. We cannot lose this game.
Right.
I still think they win this next one by 10. I think they are the remarkably better team. So I will say they win that one by 10, even though it's in Denver.
Matt?
I'll say it'll be a closer game. We'll say 5-point differential.
Who wins?
Ooh, I have to pick it. I'll go Nuggets.
Okay. And Ryan?
Out of interest of keeping it interesting, I'll say the Nuggets win as well, and they win by 3. It's another late game buzzer beater.
Alrighty. Next one here, guys. Knicks Celtics Game 3 back at the Garden. Over under 205 total points scored in that matchup tomorrow.
Ooh, there have been some low-scoring games. What was it 88, 90 last game or
there
something
was
like
one.
that?
Yep. Not for the Knicks Celtics game, though, I don't think.
I think that was a low-scoring game.
Wasn't that that was the Timberwolves Golden State game, I think, that it was that low scoring. I think. I'm not positive. But I'm pretty sure.
91-90 was Wednesday.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so, low scoring. I'll take the under. I think it'll stay low scoring.
Jim?
I'm going to go over. Boston's been historically bad at shooting right now, and I feel like at some point those shots are going to fall. So I'm going to say that they're going to shoot their way out of the mess here and actually finish that game off. So I'm going to go over on that one.
Ryan?
I will go over as well.
Interesting. Last one here, guys. The Timberwolves, they head to Golden State for Game 3 of that series. Over under 25 points scored by Jimmy Butler. This includes overtime if it does go there, which a lot of these games happen.
Right.
Jim.
I'm going to go over. They need him to. I don't know if they're going to win it, but he's going to get him 25.
Yeah, I'm with Jim. Over.
Ryan?
I'll go over, yeah. Just no Steph. They're going to put all their... They're going to need him to do all the work. All
Poor
the heavy
Steph
lifting.
Curry.
Yeah, it's... God, I hope he comes back. Otherwise, that series is done. Right? I mean, there's no chance.
They caught up yesterday, and then all of a sudden it just...
You know, it looks so hard for them to score points right now, the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, they just have to labor for anything on the offensive end.
And it's one game without him, and it was at Minnesota, and they kind of were like, they got the game they needed to steal. I think they need Steph to finish this series off. Minnesota, to me, is very much a high-variance team as far as, I don't want to say effort, but just in general, like, sometimes I could see them just taking the foot off the gas and losing Game 3. And I could see this one going 7. And I think the Warriors need Steph for 6 and 7. So I think their goal is get this to 6, and then we like our chances, even if they can't lose again if they get to 6.
Right.
That was it.
All right. Daniel Landscaper chimes in with, which I just love this bit of information. We'll share it. We've shared it many times. Secretariat had a 22-pound heart. Most horses are around 8.5. So big heart, literally and figuratively.
That horse is a hugger. Huge
Take
heart.
that for
His mother was a mutter.
His mother was a mother, and his father was a hugger.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Ben Bruss here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owns. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like assorted 5-gallon Midwest can fuel cans, $16.99. Save up to $300 on select Cub Cadet lawn tractors. Plus, this Saturday from 9 to 2, don't miss special offers and test drive select zero-turns and lawn tractors during our Ride and Drive event. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities. Plus, membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare, with on-site repair. so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Milwaukee Brewers are right back at 500 on the season at 19-19 after they took 2 out of 3 from the Astros to start this week of action. Brewers had the day off yesterday, but they'll be back at it tonight, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays down at George M. Steinbrenner Field, where the Rays are currently playing while there's damage to their current home stadium down there in Tampa Bay. Brewers are 3 games into a stretch of 15 straight against American League opponents, while the Tampa Bay Rays, they're also 16-20 on the season, so it could be a bounce-back game for the Brewers. Here, first pitch at 6:05 p.m. Central Time right here on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers. Jose Quintana scheduled to start for the Brew Crew. Also, some injury news. William Contreras, Sal Frelick, and Bryce Terang were all out of the lineup for Wednesday's matinee against the Astros. All 3 players officially back in the lineup for today's series opener. Meanwhile, the Packers offseason is a bit of a low, but NFL insiders Peter Schrager and Jeremy Fowler both sharing updates that Jerry Alexander could be back with the team before next season.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
When I asked your percentage of love for Aaron Rodgers, it was still like 90.
7.5. But it went down from a 10. So
okay.
I lost
7.5
25%.
out of 10.
Fair.
Well, then I'll ask Evan or Molly, would you rather go to Aaron Rodgers' wedding or would you rather go to the Kentucky Derby?
Wedding, 110%, because it'd be so uncomfortable to watch Aaron Rodgers get married. Am I wrong?
I would go with wedding because I don't want the FaceTime with Rodgers.
I'd rather be on the other end of a Jim Rutledge phone call when he's annoyed at someone. Which is
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light in the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Primetime Wollersheim behind the glass. Am I talking fast? A little bit, but we got to be out at 5:25 because Milwaukee Brewers baseball against the Tampa Rays is coming up here. A 5:31 pregame, 6:05 first pitch right here on ESPN Madison. We're going to get to pole dancing in a minute. Before we get to pole dancing, I want to share one story about. I haven't talked about me being on the brunt end of a call from me.
Yeah.
If you're annoyed, I got a story about that with my mother-in-law.
Judgmental Jim.
At Carpenter Health, they specialize in comprehensive hormone replacement therapy, including testosterone replacement therapy. They understand that every body is different. Starting with a diagnostic exam, including blood tests to assess your hormone levels, they can create a treatment regimen that works for you, restoring your hormone levels to the optimal range, not just normal for your age range. They're here to help you feel like yourself again, whether it's increased energy, improved focus, or better overall health. Their approach to hormone therapy is all about quality of life. That's Carbon World Health. So we had someone in Good Karma that had the same name as my mother-in-law, and that person, I liked her, but she handled traffic, and Molly can and this is when I was director of content, and Molly can understand frustrations with traffic sometimes, and she was always looking for like, hey, when is game 5 going to be? And I'll be like, I don't know. They don't tell me. And she would get kind of ornery and then like try to involve our old GM, and I would get annoyed because I'm like, I can't predict the future. So one time I called Deb. I thought I was calling the Deb that worked for us. I called my mother-in-law and just I laid in immediately. And then I had to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I called the wrong Deb. Catch up with you later.
Judgmental Jim.
So you didn't even let her answer hello?
No, I was mad.
Oh my God!
If you want to catch especially back then, director of content, Jim, like if you annoyed me, I'm just coming in. I'm coming in hot, and you're gonna hear it.
But,
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me too much, but that is aggressive. Like, the second you hear someone answer, it's like, now you listen here, Deb.
Yeah.
I have never done that on
I
the
don't
phone.
know when Game 5 is, and if you ask me again, I'm not even going to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's maybe why I'm not director of content anymore.
Weird.
I'm shocked.
Let's get to pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, we all know it's Mother's Day, so that's why everyone wants to know when we go pole dancing. The first one I got for you today, earlier this week on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, they asked, are you expected to get your wife / the mother of your children a gift for Mother's Day? 66% of fans saying yes, of course. 34% saying no, not your mom. Jim, you're the mother-in-law Mother's Day expert. What do you say here?
So am I to get my wife something for Mother's Day?
Are you expected to get your wife / the mother of your children a gift for Mother's Day?
Well, there's a couple layers to this. One, like, obviously my kids, I'm not making them buy their mom a gift. So, like, I picked out stuff with them, and I
Got
paid
some
for it.
spoiled kids.
And actually, I will say it like this. Up until recently, and my wife's much better at it, I usually just didn't involve them. And I'm like, here's what we're giving mom for Mother's Day, or here's what we're giving mom for Christmas, whatever. This year, I remembered to involve them. But, yeah. And then I told her, like, this year, and every year is different, but this year I was like, hey, and I think I've done this before. I'm like, you like to buy flowers for the house. So just buy the flowers and just use our joint debit card because she doesn't use it often. And I was like, just buy whatever you want for it. Like, I don't care. Just buy the flowers for the house. Is that an okay Mother's Day gift? She said, absolutely. So I get her something as the mother of my children. Absolutely. I can't believe it's 66%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My
to
dad
me.
always got something for my mom.
Yeah.
Matt?
100%. You have to.
Molly, as the only mother on the panel, what do you think of these results?
I think I'm going to shock you guys, but, like, I don't care if I get anything for Mother's Day. It doesn't matter.
But that's not the more the question.
I know, but, like,
if your husband didn't get you something, you'd be like, really?
No,
Like,
I really wouldn't care.
Or...
No, I actually don't care. Like, I'm not anti-holidays or anything by that means. Like, I will get will get my mom anything. I'll get my dad whatever. But, like, I really don't care. I'm not like a holidays kind of gal. I'm not really a flowers person because they honestly kind of gross me out because I just feel like there's bugs in them.
Wait, Molly, can we go back to the beginning of the show, too, when there was a spider on your microphone?
Oh, my God, yeah.
And
I almost
you were...
smacked myself in the face. There was a spider on my microphone. Like,
we never got to address that. So
we did not. Luckily,
that.
I turned my microphone off. That's why you didn't notice it.
There's a reason she doesn't have one of the wind covers on her
that's
microphone.
why it's right there.
I
Now I'm
did see
grossed
you
out.
look, weirded out at your microphone.
Yeah, hence why, most people get their significant others, I feel like, flowers for Mother's Day. That's, like, a very common thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if I got something, I'd be happy, but I'm not like, oh, you didn't buy me anything?
Yeah, it's
That's
not to be
dumb.
fair. Your husband's not in the doghouse if he doesn't do it.
No, and it's very nice that you guys do. Like, that's awesome. I just
to be fair, my
don't
wife
know if
would
I
not
care.
be like upset. Like if I just said the girls drew you these pictures and like gave them that, like it'd be like if I didn't acknowledge her thought. But like if I just said like, hey, I'm making meals for the whole day and the girls made you pictures, she would be fine.
Mhm.
I just feel like
And
I
I
want to
do
do something.
like what yours is, kind of almost not an experience, but kind of an experience. I love that.
Acts of
It's
service.
thoughtful.
Yeah, like-
I think if it's thoughtful, so, to me, that's more important than just being like, oh, I got you a box of chocolates because it's Mother's Day.
Importantness.
You're the
Yeah.
mother of my kids.
Yeah, and I won't do
Okay.
that. Like, I try to get something specific
Yeah,
that she's looking
that's
for.
cool.
But, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. My wife would not be like, oh, my God, I can't believe you didn't get me
But
anything.
some people would be.
But I would have to acknowledge Mother's Day on some level.
All right,
I mean, I
guys.
have to get my wife presents, and she's just like, I'm the mother of your dogs. And I'm like, that doesn't count.
It does not count.
But I still have to.
It's absolutely
And
not.
I still might get
I will tell you this.
I will be in with them in the doghouse if I didn't do
I will
something.
tell you this right now. I do not wish my sister-in-law Mother's Day, even though she is very much like considers herself like the mother of her dog.
Animals, yeah, I know.
yeah.
Nobody
no,
ever
that's,
counts
That's
it.
like psycho behavior to me. I'm sorry. I can't. You're not a mom to your dogs. No offense to your wife at all.
Oh, for sure.
I was
all due
actually just
respect.
thinking of other people besides your wife.
Yeah.
With all due respect, you're
Agreed.
a little loony.
No, all due respect, I agree with Molly.
Fair.
All right, guys, a quick one here, and I'm not sure about the context, but Kyle Bruston Nortman today at 443 asked, if somebody says you're the person I worry
saw
about
this.
most, is that a good thing or a bad thing? 68% saying bad thing, 32% saying good. Speed round. Molly, what do you say?
I don't even know what that means.
You're the one I worry about most.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Bad. It's a bad thing.
So-
It's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Probably
Molly?
bad. Yeah.
Probably she'll go with bad. All right.
Because I anticipate you doing something dumb.
I'm worried about you because I think something's going to go wrong.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
Right.
Who do we think on their panel was the one that got that, Ben?
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think on this panel would be the one?
Strofe would be if Strofe was a part of that.
Strofe, yeah.
No idea. Irrelevant.
Matt, for sure. For sure.
Easy answer.
I meant it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, Ben. In that case.
It is a good thing. You can go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton, custom jewelry, engagement rings, and wedding bands, all at Chalmers Jewelers. The Milwaukee Brewers are coming up in a minute here. 5:31 pregame, 6:05 first pitch. Hopefully they win, but you can win by going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Winners go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, so go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Obviously, Jason Wilde did not join us today, so he owes us for next week, I guess. We'll see. But if you missed any of today's show, you can listen back on the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Molly, do you know what you're doing for Mother's Day then?
We have soccer tournaments all weekend, so
Okay.
that is where we'll be. It's like the annual tournament that's on Mother's Day weekend.
That's just
every
it's
year.
honestly a middle finger to mothers.
It is.
They're like that's just gross.
Like, oh, don't take a break. Go watch soccer and probably the blazing heat and humidity,
Oh,
and
yeah,
sit
it's
there
gonna
and
be
get
hot this
burnt
weekend.
on Mother's Day.
Yeah,
or
that's-
some days it's gonna be, or some years it's gonna be rainy and cold.
Yeah, the odds of like great weather is missed. Matt, what are you doing?
My wife's out of town and with my mother-in-law, and then my mom's going up to the cabin, so I'm off the hook for everything.
There you
Lucky
go.
you.
Yeah. I'm going golfing, baby.
Nice. I will be at where am I going? Oh, I'm going up to the state park. So we'll do some grilling out of the state park.
That's fun.
All right. Hopefully
Such a good
everyone has
son-in-law.
a great Mother's Day and a great weekend. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light.
Hugs, everyone.
30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. National and local awards proving Siding Unlimited will deliver peace of mind. Looking for inspiration to replace your windows, roofing, siding, and doors? Stop by our amazing showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. And definitely check out sidingunlimited.com. We are Siding Unlimited.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit.